dominando il mare. Roma non poté arrivare intero prima di aver schiacciato la potenza marittima di Cartagine.
More than any leader of the time, Mussolini realized the political value of sport. In 1929, Vittorio Pozzo became Italian coach for the third time. Over the course of the next decade, the Italians swept all before them.
Il fascismo investe nello sport, investe nella attività fisica, investe nel cercare di creare uomini forti, per cui lo sport diventava il podromo della guerra o della possibilità di partecipare a attività più importanti.
Pozzo ha usato Mussolini perché il fascismo dava anche questa carica nazionalista. Però mio padre era un patriota più che un nazionalista, c'è una differenza, eh? Il nazionalista considera nemici gli altri, il patriota fa tutto il possibile per il proprio paese, però sa che gli altri hanno il diritto di fare quello che facciamo noi.
A competition for the national teams of Europe had been introduced in 1927 at the same time as the Mitropa Cup. The new International Cup, the forerunner of the current European Championship, was also the brainchild of Hugo Meisel. In 1930, Italy became the first European champions. On the train journey back home, having won the cup in Budapest, Pozzo dropped it, chipping off a small fragment.
Prende questo piccolo frammento, accuratamente lo avvolge in ovatta e se lo mette in tasca. Porta la Coppa in Italia, nessuno sa di questo scheggia che evidentemente era, quando racconta lui nel libro, dice che questa scheggia se la mise in tasca e che la teneva come amuleto e dice non per niente mi ha portato anche fortuna e in qualcosa posso credere, non per niente questa scheggia mi ha seguito nel campionato del mondo del 34, nelle Olimpiadi del 36, nel campionato del mondo del 38.
Italy's first national league kicked off in 1929 and Mussolini was often seen at matches, especially those involving Lazio. As Serie A grew in wealth and importance, it became home to numerous foreign stars, like the top scorer at the first World Cup in 1930, Guillermo Stabile from Argentina. 4 months later, he made his debut in this match between Lazio and Genoa, one of just over 100 foreigners to appear in the league in the 1930s. Some Argentines, Brazilians and Uruguayans of Italian descent even played for the national team. Football gave Mussolini a profile, and he used it to good effect, though there is some debate as to how much he really liked the game.
Mussolini fa sì che si possa avere l'organizzazione del campionato del mondo del 34, non tanto per vincerlo, ma per far vedere che l'organizzazione era tale in Italia da poter organizzare un campionato del mondo.
As they were not members of FIFA, England would not be there.
The defeat of the English football 11, wearing white shirts, by Czechoslovakia in their first international in Prague for 35 years, has caused critics much discussion on the question whether English soccer is as preeminent as it used to be. And the home side, playing very precise football, delight their supporters by shattering the legend of English supremacy.
After this defeat a month before the finals, Pozzo said the English would have progressed no further than the quarterfinals had they been in Italy. In the event, the 1934 World Cup was overshadowed by controversy, especially the alleged manipulation of referees by the hosts. Nowhere was this more evident than in the semi-final between Pozzo's Italy and Meisel's Austria.
Ugo Meisel, jo, náš hlavní šéf, nás upozornil, že se dozvěděl, to měli ty špiony jasně nebo něco, že se dověděl, že Mussolini pozval švédského rozhodčího toho a toho, který nám to bude pískat. Rozumíte tomu? Tak si dávajte pozor a my si dávali pozor. Ten nás tak podved, takový podvody, co dělal. Já si pamatuju na okamžik, že oni nám dali první gól a ty italský hráči z 3 metrů ho vzali, rozumíte, toho našeho, a donesli ho až do gólu a on odpískal vlastní gól.
The incident ended the friendship between Pozzo and Meisel. That goal also meant Italy were in the final, where Eklund, the controversial Swedish referee, was again in charge, which did little to quell suspicious minds. Italy faced another of the Danubian school, Czechoslovakia. Having gone a goal behind, the Italians equalised with just 9 minutes left. In extra time, Italy scored the winner after a handball by Miazza was ignored by the referee. Italy were world champions, though on their return to Prague, the Czechoslovakian team received a tumultuous welcome.
Za prvé, ty hráči byli vítáni ne jako poražení, ale jako morální mistři světa. Protože tehdy také tisk o tom psal, že švédský rozhodčí finále naše mužstvo poškodil.
Italian supporters rallied to Highbury to urge their men on to victory in the great international, and the stands are packed with some 60,000 spectators and tremendous enthusiasm. Painting all ready, it can't be the heat, so it must be excitement or spaghetti. Prince Albert of Connaught with the bearded Signor Grandi shakes hands first with England, wearing white shirts, then with the Italian team.
In England, the World Cup had gone almost unnoticed. When the Italians came to London 5 months after winning the World Cup, it was billed as the match of the century. It later became known as the Battle of Highbury, as tempers flared. As early as the second minute, Italy were down to 10 men, through injury to Orsi.
3 up in less than a quarter of an hour. A nasty shot for the team which is referred to as world soccer champions.
The Italians fought back, and although they lost 3-2, it was now their turn to consider themselves moral winners.
Well tried, Italy.